I just felt like people weren't seeing the side of me where I would be going out dancing and being femme and listening to cheesy music. It's a genuine passion of mine to listen to cheesy pop music. When I wrote this song, the song's actually, I was pretending to be a really rich woman who had been left by her husband in her mansion, and he'd taken all of her diamonds and all of her beautiful things, and she was just left alone in a wedding dress, drinking wine, singing cheesy pop songs. And that's kind of what I set out to do. Starting to do those pop sessions that I was doing, you know, with the Max Martin camp and with some of those incredible pop writers, I never knew what the process was going to be like, but it was just as organic as any other process. You know, we went into a live room, we sat down around a piano and we wrote the song. I think for all of us, we were probably thinking different things, but I had nothing but fun with this song, with the lyrics, with the meaning behind it, the whole vibe of it. I was just having a laugh.
Have it all, rip our memories off the wall. All the special things I bought, they mean nothing to me anymore.
That lyric kind of touches on when you're in a relationship and someone gives you presents, and if you make things or leave notes for someone, all these little things. When the relationship ends, the meaning of these things, they almost disappear. And for me, I'm not the type of person who holds on to things. I'm a drama queen, so like I'll burn it and I'll just smash it up and get rid of it just to get that person out of my skin.
But to you, they were everything we were. They meant more than every word. Now I know just what you love me for.
In my head, I was just imagining being in this large room. And I remember in my head, I was imagining all of the pictures and the portraits. There was just left with the marks on the walls. And there was nothing left and everything had been taken. It's more also a metaphor, in a way, for your heart. It's like you've taken it all and you've left the one thing that really loved you. You've left the one thing that really mattered, the one thing that you couldn't buy.
Take all the money you want from me. Hope you become what you want to be.
The best way to kill someone is to kill them with kindness. So I've always done that. I won't go, when they go low, you go high, right?
Show me a little you care, little you care, little you care. You dream of glitter and gold. My heart's already been sold. Showed you a little I care, little I care, little I care.
I've never really done what I've done for money. I've done it for the love of music and the things I've had to sell and the things I've had to sacrifice over the last 8 years when it comes to fame have felt quite intense at times. So I think that's always like you go for it. You know, you reach for the stars. I did and got burnt. You know, I think that's kind of where I'm coming from.
My diamonds leave with you. You're never gonna hear my heart break. Never gonna move in dark ways.
It's like this diva within me that comes out, this sassiness is like, you will never see that from me. The only way you're ever gonna see or hear my heart breaking is through music. You'll never actually hear that in person. I'll never give you the benefit of the doubt of you seeing that. And it says, you're never gonna move in dark ways. You know, that to me, that line I loved, because that line was me saying, you know, I'm not scared of darkness. I'm not scared of getting into my feelings and getting really sad, because sadness to me is part of my life.
Baby, you're so cool. My diamonds leave with you. Material love for me. When you're not here, I can't breathe. Think I always knew. My diamonds leave with you.
I love this line because when you listen to it, it sounds like you're saying can't breathe, and people get mixed up with it. And the way that I sing it is like when you're not here, I can't breathe. It's like you're saying I can't breathe, but the actual lyric is when you're not here, I can breathe, which I think is beautiful.
Take it off, take the fear of feeling lost.
I think this is when the dance element of it came into me. Like when we were in the room and we were vibing to it, it was like Shake It Off. It was imagining everyone on the dance floor just exercising, getting rid of that whole thing. I mean, with this whole album, I mean, the album is quite deep and sad at times, but for me, the studio became this place of fun and play, and it didn't become this, this heavy duty therapy session, which my last two albums and probably the rest of my albums will be like. But this was a relief, it was a relief to, we can sing sad songs, but we can also, they can be light and they can be a bit fluffy and they can be played in really, tragic gay bars.
Always me that pays the cost. I should never trust so easily. You lied to me, lied to me, then left with my head round your chest.
The person I'm talking about it's not necessarily personal experience. Maybe touches of it within there, but you're talking about the bad guy and the guy that's not putting your heart and your needs first. And I've always been attracted to that. I think down to the lack of work I've done on myself, the insecurities that I've brought with me from my childhood, it all comes into play. And also, unrequited love and stuff has been a theme of my life, so far. I think within this song, it's just a moment of like beating myself up a bit, which I like to showcase because I do beat myself up a bit. And I just think it's honest, and I'm an honest person, so I'm not constantly like going, oh, we're going to be all right. There's times where I'm like, no, this is not cool. I keep doing this. Why do I need to change my patterns?
Take all the money you want from me. Hope you become what you want to be. Show me how little you care, how little you care, how little you care. You dream of glitter and gold. My heart's already been sold. Showed you how little I care, how little I care, how little I care. My diamonds leave with you. You're never gonna hear my heart break. Never gonna move the dark ways. Baby, you're so cruel. My diamonds leave with you. Material love from me. When you're not here, I can't breathe. Think I always knew. My diamonds leave with you.
With this song, it was just in the booth, sing start from finish. And I think hopefully people can pick up on that because my stamina grows throughout the song. That first chorus, it's quite a hard song to sing because it's quite fast and I'm quite a lazy singer. So I love it when someone just presses a piano chord and I can just sing for hours. And then they keep up with me. But with this song, it's very like, you have to stick with it. So I think you can hear that in my voice, basically. I'm just singing out more and more and more, which I love because it adds to the whole exorcism of this whole tune, is that you're just releasing until the middle eight with the whoa. That's more like, to me, especially in the video with the rain and everything, I wanted that to be a moment of like, can I swear on this? I want it to be a moment of like, fuck you, I'm good. You may have taken the diamonds, but I'm in a mansion and I'm in a wedding dress and I've had life experiences and I know never to date someone like you again. I think I've learned in the last few years that people, myself included, sometimes we fall in love with the idea of someone and not the actual person. Yeah, I'm looking for that real love now.